we did not differentiate between sages and scientists.
With the spiritual tradition and this thousands of years of experience, I asked you before, where did it come from? So where did this, how did people in India 3,000 years ago come up with concepts that today, after millions of dollars of investment in research, and we're still not quite there, we're still struggling. How did sages in India come up with that, or scientists?
One important thing is, we did not differentiate between sages and scientists. Our scientists were sages, our sages were scientists. Because we don't have a religious tradition, we only have spiritual cultures. And spiritual culture does not mean that it is one kind of behavior or one kind of scripture or one kind of moral code or something like this. Each person can develop their own spiritual culture if they want. It is out of this that millions of pathways opened up. Essentially, a spiritual culture means a certain way of exploration, a certain way of seeking. Every human being can seek in their own way. If they don't know, they can seek guidance in a particular way. We're not against both. Both are fine. If you don't know, you use the GPS. If you know the way home, drive by yourself. Some people get lost in America going home, Yesterday we were following the GPS and it made us turn into the one-way street, everybody honking. We're going the wrong way, but the GPS is telling us, go, go. So, one who's not figured out their own way will stick to some established pathway. Others can figure out. So, the most important thing is, which I feel the scientists and the educated class and the universities should create is, in the Indian culture or this culture that we call as the Hindustan or Bharat, there is no such thing as a heretic. That is, if there is an established way in one place, if somebody is doing something different, everybody is excited about it. Nobody is thinking how to have him crucified or burnt or something like this, because the basic ethos in the culture is everyone must seek. So out of this, even when so-called divine entities appeared, when we say divine entities, over a period of time people get haloed, all right. But when they were there, they lived life, they bore children, they fought wars, they did everything, they were normal people, but they rose above everybody else out of their competence, out of their vision, out of their insights. They rose above everybody. But looking at how they rose beyond the times in which they lived, after a long time we all say, this is a divine entity. So we must understand because in English language these are the words, so I'm using those words. When we say a divine entity, we are not saying he came down from somewhere. See, for example, in recent times, probably you know nothing about cricket, you're from California, though both start with C. In India, C means cricket, okay? It's a game. So, in recent times, there has been a particular player who rose beyond anything that anybody would have thought is possible. He broke all records that were there for over 100 years. So in India, we said he's a cricketing god. It's very appropriate to our culture. If somebody excels beyond a certain limit that we think is human limit, then we say he is divine.